Aloha everyone, Kamaka Brown here with the Aloha Friday video podcast right here on the Sandwich Island Social Network. Very, very, very happy you decided to join us. We have a wonderful guest on our show here today, and we're going to have some good fun. Mahalo to Brittany Paiva letting us use her beautiful music. Check out Brittany's latest release. BrittanyPaivamusic.com or on any of your downloading streaming services. Brittany Paiva. Good stuff. So the Aloha Friday with the Sandwich Island Social Network is a series of interesting, fun conversations sharing the lives and journey of people in our island community, wherever they may be. The Sandwich Island Social Network is a nonprofit organization serving Hawaiians and Hawaiians at heart away from their island homes. And we gratefully accept tax-deductible donations to support the work we do in the community. And you can go to, and there you see it on your screen, the upper right-hand side, sandislands.org, to find out how you can support the work that we do in the community. In our green room, enjoying the sushi platter, the smoked marlin that we flew in directly from Kona, is our guest for the Aloha Friday show today. And she has been just chilling, and we're so grateful to have her on board. Star Madison, Hi'ile Kapoli Nahi, Dahl-Thurston. Did I make it through?
You did. You made it. Thank you. You did it justice. You did me right.
Okay. Because sometimes when I MC some of these halal and stuff, and I'm going to introduce the halal, right? That hula halal, and they get 47 vowels with the okina, and they're so used to pronouncing the name of their halal, and And before I go on, I'm pronouncing, and I want to get it right. And I go up there, and first I say kalamai, kalamai. First of all,
kalamai. You can't hesitate. You gotta go all the way through. You cannot stop, or else they know. They'll clock you.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I'll just ask the kumu to come up, and we'll talk story a little bit. Tell us about your halal, and they'll go, well, halal, blah, That's cheating. That's cheating, but. Star, thanks so much for being with us. I know you are busy. You're so busy. I know you are in the LA area today, and leaving this afternoon back to the Aina. But we want to say thank you so much. Officially, however, you're not on the show. I'm sorry. You're not on the show until you officially get welcome. Now, if you notice in the back, get trees. I get many hoonies that sit up in the trees. And they welcome our guests. There's two. Oh. Okay, here's the first one. Okay, that's the Portuguese conch shell.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. And then get another brother on the Makai side. He has to do his thing too. Okay, so the two Portuguese.
My people. Yes.
Now you're official. On the Aloha Friday show. Awesome. So welcome. Oh my goodness. So let's just put it all out there right now.
Let's do it.
You went to Punahou from kindergarten. You notice I said kindergarten. It's not kindergarten. It's kindergarten to 12th grade to Punahou. And you basically were brought up in the Kapuhulu area. Mm-hmm. Through your childhood, and you traveled and stuff. How was it you ended up at Punahou? How did that happen? I mean, you had a lot of private schools, Catholic, parochial schools and all that. What was the deal?
Sure. My mom early on had a conviction that she wanted to send me to private school and was super passionate about education and really instilled that in me my entire life. And at the time when I got into Punahou, she was married and with dual household income. They could afford to send me to Punahou, but they got divorced maybe 1 or 2 years into my time at Punahou, so maybe first grade. And we couldn't afford to send me to Punahou anymore. We sold our house that paid for a year, and then she was going to put me in public school, but she really didn't want to. So we started applying for an endowment fund that Punahou offers and kind of a financial aid grant. And every semester at the end, the next semester's grant would come, but it was per semester. You didn't get notified that
Oh,
you would be covered for the year.
yeah.
And so my mom kind of had her cap of what she could afford to pay for school, and we just relied on the endowment fund. So every
Wow.
semester was up in the air if I was going to be able to go to Punahou or not. A lot of people look at, oh wow, K through 12 at Punahou, and assume a lot of things about my family or me. But
Sure.
from early on, I knew how much of a privilege it was because we kind of went semester by semester where it
Yeah.
could have been taken away. So I definitely didn't take that for granted.
Wow. Great. Full disclosure now. I am a public school, you can probably tell, public school product. And this building probably looks pretty familiar to you.
My home.
Yeah. This is it Castle? Was it Castle Hall? What is the name? I was trying to
Ooh, I
remember.
think so. Does it
Yeah,
say right there?
yeah, I think it's
I can't
Castle.
see
I
it.
think it's
Me too,
Castle
yeah.
Hall, if I'm not. Yeah, on the campus, beautiful, beautiful. At Punahou, I will tell you right up the block. Let me just take this down just for a second, a little bit early on that. Right up the
Oh,
block
yes.
was Roosevelt High School on Nihoa, was just down the block from where you went to school.
Awesome.
You will notice it's in black and white because we couldn't afford color. I'm just, I'm
Valid, valid.
I'm just saying there is a difference in the photography and it shows. I was
That's awesome.
telling
I had
you.
fourth and fifth grade in that building in Castle Hall and all my art classes.
Ah,
And in the basement, we had a music teacher who we would play bongo drums. She
oh,
was this haole lady that was just like fully into the bongos, and she like studied in Africa how to play these drums, and it was really
cool.
cool, super bizarre. We were like, "Where did you come from?" But I just remember playing bongo drums in the basement.
Made an impression on your mind. She must have been a fun. Must have been you look forward to that.
She was.
Yeah,
I wish I remembered her name, but
yeah. Well, you remember the bongos, man, Mrs. Bongo.
I remember her bongos. Yeah, exactly.
So look, you and I are flying from LA. We ended in Honolulu Airport. I'm go get the
Yeah.
car, and I'm going to say, think about a place where we can go grind because I'm beyond hungry. I'm
Hmm.
hangry. So
Yeah.
Star, where we going grind?
Yeah. Family favorite spot, Gomate Ramen.
Hmm.
They have locations all over. It's a chain. And my family, our favorite actually was a ramen shop called Gomaichi. It was on Keomoku. And they had two owners. One owner left and started Gomate as a chain. So there's one in Ala Moana, Kahala Mall, I think Ward, Mililani, all over the place. And that is Ono, Japanese style ramen.
Okay, so it comes with all the different. It must have the different selections of um, yeah, pork miso, and they get all the
Oh
kind of
yeah,
they're
all of
all
it.
yeah,
Tantan, miso,
tantan.
shoyu. And none of that like new innovative ramen where
Hmm.
there's like I don't know how to like fruit and corn and
Oh, yeah,
like random stuff in there.
fruit.
And like no, it's just like proper ramen, nothing crazy, no anything wild.
Yeah.
No avocado. I've had
No.
ramen with avocado in it,
No.
and I
No.
feel like in the mainland they just or the continent I should say,
The
they
continent.
just
Yeah,
like put avocado on something and think that it's awesome, but it's soup. Like, don't put avocado in my soup.
yeah. It's like poke, right? Here in California,
Yeah.
like some of these some people I meet, and they're not local people. They, oh, you're from Hawaii. There's a good poke place. I have to immediately say to them, it's poke,
Yeah.
okay? Because popoki is a cat. I'm just telling you in Hawaiian, and I'm sure you're not talking
Yeah.
about popoki. It's poke. Oh, okay, okay. And you know you're in trouble when you go to a poke place, and they have the avocado and they've got the, all
Hmm.
of the extra stuff, and I
And
just go,
and they say choose your sauce,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it's like salad dressing. I'm like, I don't want to choose my own sauce. I want you to make poke like it's like just put, like
yes,
shoyu. Like, don't leave it up to me. We
yeah.
shouldn't be in charge of that. That's your
That's your job,
job.
right? Oh,
Yeah.
just make it good. My job is to eat it, okay? Your job is to make it good.
Exactly. And that's exactly how I feel about Korean barbecue, too. I don't want to go
Ooh.
there and cook my own food.
Excuse me. You don't want your clothes smelling like barbecue for the next couple of days. You know,
As enticing as that sounds, I might have to pass on that.
I remember when I was working in corporate America, sometimes we have execs come from another city, and they're going to take all the management out for lunch, and someone will say, "Oh,
Hmm.
we're going to this barbecue Korean, this great barbecue place." I'm going, and then we go, and yeah, they're cutting the stuff and putting it on, and then for the rest of the day, you're smelling like you're out of a smokehouse.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah,
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 seriously.
yeah.
But there are some people that I like to go with because when you go, it's always just one person who's cooking it.
Right,
Like it's not everybody.
right, right, right.
So, my brother-in-law is really good at it. So when I go
Uh,
with him, I'm like, great, you cook it.
you go,
But if he's not with us, I'm like, no, no, no. Let's go
forget
somewhere where
about
they
it.
cook it for us.
Forget about it. Just forget
Yeah,
about it.
exactly. Never mind.
Never mind. Here is Kate Bennett here in the West Wing of the Holly saying
Hi.
Aloha Star.
Hi,
Uh,
Kay.
and we have, dear friend. She's down toward the San Diego area. Or yeah, she's still, uh, Abella is
Oh,
still
Abella.
in, in Orange County, Abella. Aloha mai kamaka Miss Star. Abella is a beautiful hula dancer. She is
Oh, wow.
amazing. Every time Henry Capono comes to Southern California, automatically there's a phone call to Abella, and she always
Oh.
performs. Henry just loves, loves, loves Abella, and she
Abella, maybe
is.
you can help me. I'm
Ooh,
hula challenged.
oh, oh,
But I've been working on my hand. I've been working on my like hula hand.
oh!
But
It's
it used to
all.
fully be like this, like that. And I'm working.
How's she doing, Abella?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me feedback. Like,
Oh,
okay.
beautiful. And here is actually this is my cousin Charlene. She is all the
Hi,
way
cousin.
in Apollo, Florida, is where cousin is at,
Wow.
and she's saying Aloha Star. How's it, Charlene? Uh, I saw her a couple weeks ago. We had a family reunion in San Jose, and she and her husband came all the way from Apollo Beach to
Oh,
hang out with
wow.
us. Good fun. Uh, Here is Abella. She goes, "You can do Star. Let's do together." Uh
I
oh.
please. Yes, please. I'd love to.
We have a, quarterly uh, e-magazine that the Sandwich Islands social network produces, and Abella is a contributor to our magazine. The last article she wrote about hula, about it, she is a lifelong hula devotee. Hula is life.
Mm,
She doesn't believe in you don't take hula. Hula takes you and it becomes your life.
mm.
And so uh, yeah, and she's sending look. So sweet, Abella. She's a sweetheart. Thank you, Abella. So okay, so we had our fill of ramen,
Hmm.
and you mentioned your mom now as uh, being steadfast in wanting you to get the best possible education you could,
Yeah.
and that was made possible through being steadfast, sending it through Punahou. Um, she sounds like an amazing woman. I know she passed
Mm,
about 2 years ago. Um,
yeah.
tell me more about your mom.
Yeah. Well, first thing is she was a strong woman of God. She had rock hard faith and just instilled that in me. She was a makeup artist for film and TV, and she also did facials and had a little spot in a salon. And was just a really creative, kooky lady. Like, she did not take no for an answer. She was a trailblazer in so many ways, and I'm still kind of seeing that. There's so many people that I meet that share their experience with my mom. And so along my journey, even though she's passed, I get to experience her in new ways. And just the way that she was a forward thinker, she was a big believer of legacy, and was a generational thinker and planned so many years out that so in many ways that I can still benefit even though she's passed. But yeah, she was my everything, my rock. She was a single mother, and it was me and her for so long. Me, her, and my grandma.
Yeah.
But just a cool lady. There she is.
Ah.
Yes, a stunner. Yeah, she
Beautiful.
was incredible.
I get that very Kolohe look. She's looking over and she's saying,
Oh yeah, she liked to have fun. She could get in trouble.
Aw,
There's one
yeah.
time, she'll just totally kicking me in heaven for telling this story, but it was for I think her brother's birthday. His wife's family owns a karaoke kind of a karaoke spot in town. And so we had this big bash at the karaoke place, and she's like on this like this ottoman for the chair, and she's like on it, and they're all singing, all the aunties and uncles, and she literally falls off of the ottoman
I.
and gets this huge bruise that looks exactly like Africa. And so that night was always the African bruise night. But all to say, she could really have fun, and she just like always just caution to the wind, and was always so present and so much fun. The crazy auntie, as my cousins call her.
Oh.
But
You shared this picture on your Instagram that I grabbed, and with your permission, I want to share this. Tell us about this
mm,
picture.
yeah, this was the second time my mom had cancer. She had beat it once, but it came back just with a really awful vengeance. And she was hospitalized. We were kind of in the hospital like three days out of the week. She'd get released and then have to go back in, and it was always a surprise and really tough. She was in a lot of pain. But this was Super Bowl Sunday, and usually we spend it with our family. But you can see across in the parking garage, there are people on the roof with signs. So my cousins and my auntie, they painted those. It's just like cardboard boxes that they made flat, and they painted it and said, "I love you," and "Happy Super Bowl
Oh,
Sunday," and just stood
oh,
across that because my mom's room overlooked this parking garage. So they got the ticket, drove all the way to the top, and I got to bring her over there, and she was just so overjoyed. And I
oh
love this
my.
picture because it's like she's praising the Lord too, which is so
Yes,
her.
yes.
But yeah,
Wow.
the pandemic really isolated us in this time, which was tough.
I'm getting small kind maka. Just look at that picture
Mm,
there. A picture of strength, of joy, of just uh, an abandonment to enjoying life
mm.
and the blessings. Yeah, through that.
And I
Uh,
love to share with people that you have to be so present. I think it's such a cliche that we say, but it's so true that um, there's no time like the present, or live today because tomorrow's not promised. But after I lost my mom when I was 23, I realized that we had lived an entire lifetime worth of lives together. So many people don't get that opportunity to have such intimate relationship with their parents or with people that they love. And also we got to travel, and we went out to eat all the time, and we went to shows, and we just did life. And I'm so grateful for that. And even when she was dragging me around and I was like, I'm tired or blah, 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 complaining like a kid, um, I have no regrets because, like I said, we got to live an entire lifetime of memories together.
wow,
And we would only get 23 years. So,
wow, wow, wow. Here is one brother lives right here, Ted
oh,
Makalena. He says, Aloha Star. I used to dance hula with Chapo Thurston at Halau na
mm.
Kamale.
And Dad, you look familiar too. Your picture on Facebook.
Yeah.
Uncle Charlie or Chapo was my dad's brother, and he passed maybe 8 or 9 years ago. But he was like another father to me.
Wow. Ted
Yeah, love.
Makalena is an amazing musician. Of course, comes from the legendary Makalena family,
Hmm.
back home. But Ted lives here, and he's a walking
Mm.
a library of music, all the way from rock he can shred to
Wow.
island music, reggae music, Hawaiian music. You just tell him, hey, you know this song, brah, and he just goes for it. It's just amazing. So thanks, Ted, for popping in, brother. Good to see you. Yeah. Uh, who else we have? Lay says, Mike Kamaka, you do hula too. Oh, I'm invited to the halal. Watch out. Bella's going to get me.
Yes, okay. We'll take class together.
I think so. Oh, my goodness.
I gotta bring my
Yeah.
knee brace.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Oh man.
Have you, I also noticed, okay, and we talked a little bit about the you becoming Miss Hawaii, but leading up to that,
Mm.
um, uh, you're into fitness, you're into, uh, I had a picture over here I wanted to share. Oh, this one. Yes.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, boxing. Yeah, check out my combos. I got some.
Ooh, whoa.
Um, No, I started boxing a few months ago,
Yeah.
leading up to Miss Hawaii. But my real fitness journey kind of started 2 years ago. I used to tell people I don't believe in voluntary exercise. I was so anti-exercise, for no reason. Like I just was kind of a chubbier kid, and I don't know. I'm also asthmatic, so I was kind of like I wasn't really I couldn't do those kinds of activities, so
Yeah.
I rejected it before it could reject me, I guess. But it was really after my mom died, I was just really depressed and I was desperate to feel something different than sadness.
Yeah.
And across from where I was working was an Orange Theory. And I started working there or working out there, and I kind of started God paved the way for my healing through my physical journey. And I got so many things downloaded to me on a treadmill. God just whispering to me that I'm a warrior and that I could beat this. And the stronger that I became in the gym, it allowed me to kind of see that there was emotional strength that would match that. Um,
Wow.
that I could kind of be mind, body, and spirit strong. So the fitness for me, a lot of people look at me too, kind of like the Punahou thing, look at me and see that I had gotten into great shape and now I win Miss Hawaii and that it's very surface level fitness. But it was an entire game changer, changed my life completely around because I could still be in a dark place. And sometimes it creeps in, losing mom. And
Sure.
it was really traumatic how everything went down in just 4 months.
Wow.
So a lot of PTSD, a lot of things to work through. But I'm just so grateful to God that He's so good, and paved that way and allowed me to still have hope. And yeah, use my fitness to really catapult me into a situation where I could be prepared to accept opportunities like Miss Chinatown, Miss Hawaii, which now has set me on a completely different course for my life. I never imagined I
I
would
should say,
be
right?
here, let alone doing a pageant. That's just absolutely crazy to me. But I'm so grateful for it. And it all started with fitness. Just clears your
Ah,
head. Like when you're
yeah.
not feeling good, there's something about your physical body that when you treat it well, it treats you well back.
It's also a mindset, right? I mean, it all
Mm.
starts. It starts here, um, with that strong desire,
Oh, yeah.
your mental attitude. You know what?
I never wanted to go.
I,
Oh, yes.
I see that in this little girl. Look at, I mean, look at that determined. how
I
how
love
old
it.
how old were you?
Oh, man. Like
What?
less than four. I must have been 3 years old, 3 or 4 years old.
Look at that determination. Your hands are out. You're looking up, and to me, you're going,
Yeah.
what? What?
I'm like, come on.
Come
What
on.
then?
What you got? What you got?
Duh. Do you know me? Yeah.
Do you
Man.
know? Do you know who I am?
I was
Hello.
such a smart butt for like speaking of Uncle Charlie, Uncle Chapo,
Uh-huh.
one day I was probably about that age and I was at his house and he wasn't eating the vegetables in his like plate lunch, whatever.
Uh-huh.
And my family always loves to talk about this story. I go up and I go, I may not be a doctor, but I don't think that you should be avoiding your vegetables. And just like cracking up because I was like a little child, educating him about why you should probably eat your vegetables. Hilarious.
Aw. Here's Victor David Franco saying, "Hola, welcome, Victor. Thanks for
Victor,
dropping by.
hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hola." Um, and C Honda saying, "How's it? A Star is Born." She was just looking at that little picture. A
Oh,
Star is Born. There we go. C Honda is part of Andy Bumatai's Hamajang gang. She she
yes.
holds a dual citizenship with the Aloha Friday show and the Hamajang gang. So she pops in and
An
um,
elite group.
an elite group. I know. Kay Bennett says, "I see. Why not? Yeah, why not?"
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Hey.
And yeah, the Victor is saying, oh, he's sending, uh, it spells it out,
Emojis, yes.
emojis, and it just spells out. It's all the smiling face and all
Yeah.
the
You know,
good positive stuff.
sometimes when I'm texting, I like to use the dictate, where you speak to it.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, if you say heart emoji, it'll just spell it out and you send it. So I've
Uh,
kind of started doing that even on purpose. I'll be like, heart eye emoji, send.
uh, That's great. So in leading up to, and we're coming off the break over here, but I'd like to talk more about your journey leading up to and becoming Miss Hawaii
Mm.
2023. And if you just joined us, we are so thrilled to have star Dahl-Thurston with us for the Aloha Friday show. She is here in Los Angeles on a business trip and is shortly returning back to the INA there. And we're so glad she carved out a little bit of time to hang out with us and talk story like that, which is always a good thing. Um, what have you found? What have you found here? Any traces or indications of Hawaii here on the continent on this trip? I mean, as you're driving around, or anything that
Mm.
popped out that reminded you of home at all, or no?
I mean, it's so green, but it's in such a different way. I grew
Yeah.
up coming here because I have family here, so I was
Okay.
here a lot.
Yeah.
But actually, right when we landed, we went to In and Out, and the table next to us is a bunch of like Kanaks who are like
How did you know they were Canucks?
you could look, you just could tell. They are. One of them was like Tongan Samoan, and I was
Okay.
like, you. And they're just local looking kids. They
Yeah.
go to school nearby, and they clocked at. Here, I have a phone case. This is my phone case.
Got it.
And
Got
so
it.
it was kind of face down on the table, and they clocked it. They're like, "Hey, sis, are you from Hawaii? You miss Hawaii?" I was like, "Yeah, I am." And so we just started talking, and it's funny. It's like people from Hawaii find each other here. You just
Yes.
kind of like
Yes.
connect, even if it's just not by looking. It's kind of like you just talky story, or the Portuguese find each other. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Anywhere we go.
You know, when Andy and I were together, we toured for several years together, doing comedy with multiple cities. And he has this thing in one of his songs. He goes, we go to a place like Starbucks or a restaurant, and you see somebody behind the counter, kind of looks local. You're not sure if they're Mexican. You're not sure if they, could be from. So you always throw out what is called a test pigeon. So you'll say, "Hey, how's it?" And if they go, "Excuse me," then you go, "Oh, no, 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 that's all right,
No, 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 not
that's
for
all right,
you.
that's all right."
Yeah.
But if they go, "Hey, hey, what's up?" Then you go, "Hey, what's up?" I was driving several years ago. I was driving with this Holly guy that I work with, and up pulls alongside this SUV with all the ikaika, hanging from the rear vision mirror. He's got decals on the side, and his arm is out, and he's got all the tats going down his shoulder. He has a tank top. And so I go, toot, like this. I look over, go, "What's up, brother?" He goes, "Hey, whoa, what's up?" Light turned green, boom, he takes off. The guy sitting with me goes, "Do you know who that was?" I go, "No." He goes, "Then what?" He goes, "I don't understand you Hawaiians. You didn't know him." I
No.
go, "No, we did." Well, what? I said, "Okay, it's a little bit deep for me to explain to you, but there are these telltale signs, and people
Yeah.
from the islands always, and maybe I'm just broad stroking. Some people don't, but most of them want to have that identity to say, 'Hey, what's up?' Like that." And it's just
Absolutely. And you'll talk story. Like people will just like you're more likely to chat. So
yeah,
many times walking down the street, you just say hi to someone, they say hi back, or just like small things
right.
all the time. How do you know them? Oh, no, I just met them. I don't know them. It's just aloha.
Yeah, yeah. Looking down, I see he get the long rubber slipper on, right? You know the one that the
Yeah,
I guess it's
locals.
the local local slipper. Hey, bro, you can buy that from Longs. Yeah, how you know, bro? You know Long? I go, yeah. It's always a fun thing. Oh my
That's
goodness. Um, Brother Marty Burns has just dropped in. He's one of our Aloha Friday regulars. I'm a little bit late. I've been baking for tomorrow. Oh, Marty.
oh.
Marty Burns has a pop-up bakery called Brook the Mount Bakery. Brother makes lilikoi mochi.
Ooh.
That and I don't like it because when you walk by the bugger just jump in your mouth. I hate that, Marty.
Oh, you
You
can't
got
control yourself. Yeah, that sounds good. And I'm allergic to gluten, so the
oh
mochi sounds perfect.
oh okay. He makes ube. He does ube product as well, and he is baking up a storm for an event tomorrow. So uh,
Mm.
there you go. Thanks for dropping in, taking time out of your kitchen, bro. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Oh
thank
my
you.
goodness. Yeah. Um, Marty says, "Oh, you bugger! Just pulled the lilikoi and guava mochi out of the oven. You are so bad,
Warm.
Marty. You are so bad."
We need some of that for the virtual green room.
We do. talking talking about. In fact, we were talking with Charlie Wiedemeyer's wife. Now, Charlie was a Punahou a graduate football player. He died. He had ALS. I don't know if you're familiar with
Hmm.
Charlie Wiedemeyer, but we had his wife on our show, and we're talking about travels and things of that sort. Um, but we're talking about desserts, and I don't know if you've tried this Waihole Poi Factory down in Waihole.
Oh
Not only do
yeah.
they have great squid luau, I mean they don't skimp on the coconut milk inside. It is just,
Hmm.
but there, have you had their dessert?
Yeah, Sweet Lady of Waihole.
Hello. It's like, ah!
Let me tell you what. Every week at my Bible study, we totally recreate it. There is,
Oh,
gosh, what is the Rosalia? I think it's an ice cream brand.
okay.
Yeah, and it's they make haupia ice cream, and then you get
Oh,
the Foodland Kulolo with like the purple wrapping. I think it's the Kauai one.
mm,
And oh my gosh, you just warm it up 1 minute in the microwave and you put it on the haupia ice cream.
mm,
Same, same.
mm.
So good. And I just discovered this new dessert place that puts hot kulolo over your soft serve as if it's fudge.
Hello.
I know. They use that pump like that, and it's like, oh, so
Oh,
good. I love
oh,
kulolo. Hawaiians, they
oh,
love poi kulolo.
yes,
I have a lot of mainland friends that they just don't get it. They don't get the poi thing. They don't get the
right.
kulolo, like pa'iai. They're just like, I can't get behind it.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
There's a
know. I don't know
there's
what's
an
going on.
old Portuguese word, meshfica, which means
Mm,
good,
more
more
for
for me.
me. Yep, got you.
Oh, okay. We're gonna take a smoke and break, and then we're gonna come back. Vala'au Samoa with star Dahl-Thurston, Miss Hawaii 2023. We'll be right back. Hang in there.
There's only one Miss Hawaii. That's right. She will be the recipient of a prize package with a value of over $20,000 and scholarships and tuition waivers of more than $150,000. And she will go on to represent our state at the 2024 Miss America competition. Our first runner-up this evening is Haley Cheney.
Oh, wow.
Watching that back
Yeah.
is that's just the craziest thing. I still can't really believe it. It was a whirlwind. No one was sleeping. Nobody, like, everybody was like so hyped up. And so watching it, it's kind of hard to believe that that's me. I'm just like, oh my gosh, a regular Portuguese girl from Kapuhula ended up on a stage. Just like, oh my gosh.
Oh my. Quite a few comments over here, and I'd like to get as many as I possibly can. Bella says, "Wow, chicken skin, beautiful star indeed." Oh my
Thank
goodness,
you.
chicken skin on top of that. And uh, she says, our good friend Angela Baracchio Gray, Teeny Gray's wife,
Oh,
right, Miss Hawaii. Gosh, I don't have the year, 2020, no, I won't, whether it's 2021 or not, maybe before that, but she lives here in the LA area with her husband, Teeny Gray, Angela, and she
yes.
says she'll be talking to you soon. I text her that we are watching you live. She says to say aloha star.
What a legend. I'm so excited to talk to her. I think Olena Hugh, which I know you know, legend of
Yes,
all legends.
yes, yes.
She connected us and or at least gave me her information. So I'm really excited to talk to her. She is like the legend of all, Angela Baracchio.
Yeah, she is. Um, Here's Abella saying, any advice for young ladies of today
Mm,
how to best share aloha to the world?
yeah,
We were talking about a little bit about that with your Kahua collective. Maybe
right.
share a little bit. Yeah.
I think the best way or best advice I'd give is you you can't really know how to aloha other people if you can't aloha yourself. And like we know, aloha is so much more than just love and saying nice things, but it's an authentic care and an experience, right? Mutual experience with somebody where you share your time. And if you can authentically love yourself and be graceful with yourself and your mistakes and come to love all of the parts, not just the good parts, but the parts that frustrate you and that you're trying to address or fix or anything like that. I think that's the first step, because it comes out, and then maybe you can love other people, but it drains your tank, and you got to fill your tank first. So that's the first piece of advice. The second one is I personally used to not do a lot of things because I knew my limits, which really I found out later for myself was just a cop out. Like I liked to be comfortable or even like step just outside my comfort zone, but I wasn't obliterating the boundaries, and running for Miss Hawaii was a complete jump as far out of my comfort zone as I could. But in that process, I really started to uncover a new, better version of myself that was capable of doing things that younger Star wouldn't have ever even thought of, let alone actually tried.
Yeah.
So those are the two things. Aloha yourself, love yourself, and also push yourself past what you think you're capable of pushing yourself.
Beautiful. Beautiful. There you are.
Wow.
That's a great smile. And so, where do you keep the crown? Everybody wants to know.
Yes.
Where does the crown live?
If I tell you, I'll have to kill you.
I love it. Good answer.
No, it comes with a crown box. That was my graduation. I graduated online in my apartment in DC because it was 2020. But my mom flew all these leis up there for me in this beautiful lepo'o.
So beautiful. So here you
My
are.
family.
All the ohana. Look at that. So beautiful. So beautiful. Come to celebrate with you. Just some great, great pictures over here as well. And let me see. I saw this one, and I wanted to ask you about this over here. Who are these lovely ladies here?
These are all of the former Miss Hawaii's that were at the theater that night that I won.
Wow.
It's all of us lined up together. And me in the middle as the newly crowned Miss Hawaii.
Oh, that is beautiful.
They're all so stunning.
So beautiful. And I love this one here, Star. Um, the passing of the crown, huh?
Yes, so now we're in order. There may have been some spaces, people that couldn't make it, but for the most part, that is kind of the order that everybody had won. And what an honor to be a part of this legacy of women. I mean, the sisterhood alone. So many people have reached out and they're just also supportive and trailblazers in their own right. I mean, these women are business owners. They are such leaders in their community. They're doing amazing things, and that's something that I actually fell in love with about the Miss America system is you're in an environment with other women who are just so incredible, and they're in their own lane doing their own thing in their own industry, and it inspires you to want to be better and also, give everything you have to your passions. Like that's all we are, is this community of women encouraging other women to follow their passion, figure out how to be community changers, world changers. And it's just a really beautiful thing.
Yeah. I think we just saw that was your family. There's another one I wanted to share before we go, and that was that's so nice. That's of course some gorgeous pictures here, and thank you so much for sharing that. And
oh yeah.
Look at this group of smiling faces, and
so this is actually all of my friends from church. This is my church family.
Nice.
I go to the House Established in Waimanalo. It's a brand new church, but just this community plucked me up when I felt so alone and I didn't have a real community at home once I moved back and mom had passed. And yeah, they're just incredible.
Sweet. And of course, recognition from the state of Hawaii as well.
That was incredible.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Yeah, somebody reached out to me from the office, City and County office, and said that they wanted to honor me with a certificate of honor for achieving Miss Hawaii 2023. And so I got to go and take photos, and I felt so out of place. The gentleman who received his award before me had saved a woman in the Mililani parking lot when her abusive boyfriend tried to come for her, and he beat up this guy and took a beating from the guy and basically saved this woman. And he was honored. And then they called me, and I was like, I mean, I did something hard, but I didn't like save a woman in a parking lot. I just got on a stage. Like I felt so out of place, but
Yeah, but I could have. You know
I was like,
why?
I got combos. Like boom, boom. I just didn't have the opportunity to. But yeah, so that
Uh,
was so incredible. That was like 3 days after I won, and I was like, oh my
nice.
gosh, wow! It just all started to feel really real.
Bella says Angie was Miss Hawaii 2001.
2001.
Kalamai for not knowing that, but yes. Um, and so, yeah, she says, so pono, so lovely, authentic, shining star,
Oh.
mahalo. So beautiful on that. And here's my brother Stephen Espinola up in the Bay Area. He's a wonderful entertainer. His falsetto will just give you chicken skin. He is so talented. A Hawaii boy. He says, I met her at Nahoku's through John Berger. 100%
Mm.
genuine. Um, in fact, his song, Sakura, was up for a Hoku this past
Oh.
Hoku celebration. And we had Stephen on our Aloha Friday show talking about the inspiration of that song,
Mm-hmm.
Sakura. And in
Wow.
in my humble opinion, that song should have won. Stephen, I'm sorry. I am. Uh, that's such a beautiful song that was written over there. And Kay Bennett says I was in the 1973 Miss Wisconsin pageant, the year that Terry Ann Mewson won. Um,
Go,
for
girl.
yeah.
Go, Kay. Get it.
So okay. The what are the next steps for Miss Hawaii
Mm-hmm.
2023 for star Dahl-Thurston? What's the
Yeah.
journey?
Well, next up is Miss America,
Mm.
right? But Miss Hawaii felt like such a dream. I can't even imagine just the opportunity to step on the Miss America stage with all these amazing women
Mhm.
is very exciting. So we don't know the date yet, and we don't know the location, but we're training and getting ready. But really just trying to get Kahua Collective into schools. Right now, I'm trying to build a program for kind of like an after school club for middle schoolers and high schoolers, 13 to 18, to just encourage them down a path of self discovery, really through journaling. I'm
Sweet.
trying to mimic my experience from healing, but
Mhm.
also um, the environment I found in pageantry and kind of make it an accessible, non competitive space where girls can just be exposed to other women who are doing things and chasing their passions and pushing their boundaries. So that's a real goal of mine this year. But now with the devastation that's happening in Maui,
Mhm.
um, we're trying to be really innovative and figure out ways that we can help long term. There's so many amazing organizations that are helping right now and raising money. We just partnered with Maui Aloha United Way as well. But it's going to be a long journey.
Yeah.
So we're right now thinking about how, or at least I am, how to pivot my year to really focus on service for Maui. And it's just so soon, like nobody really knows how we're going to attack it, right?
Yeah.
So that is a big priority. And yeah, that not to go down
No,
that
no,
lane. It's
not
just,
at all.
it's tough.
On a personal level, I lost an auntie to the fire in Lahaina, and my uncle
Wow.
is in severely burned, is in the hospital, so it touches me deeply as well.
Mm,
We have family from Lahaina who got out, and so yes,
yeah.
it is weighing on our minds of what can we do to support them, and yeah, we're processing it here in Southern California
Mm.
as well um,
I'm so
to
sorry to hear
support
that.
them. Thank you, thank you. Yeah.
Mm.
There's Steven saying mahalo kamaka. Of course, brother. Man, yeah, we were up in San Francisco a couple of weeks ago in Japantown, and Stephen was there with another friend, Faith Ako, actually a Laia girl, and she has beautiful voice. They both live in the Bay Area. They're like brother and sister.
Oh.
They're always fighting. Those two was so fun to watch him. Stephen is he's so kolohe that guy's. Goodness. Here and Annabella, thank you so much. So exciting, and I feel the same
Mm.
way. The mana is strong. We are with
Mahalo.
you, Abella says.
Mhm.
And there's Kay, all in caps. You can do it. Absolutely. um,
Awesome. And you know what's exciting about Miss America this year is we have a brand new CEO who's changing the game. A lot of things are different, especially kind of the rubric of what they're looking for Miss America.
Ah,
A huge focus now on authenticity rather than whatever it really was before.
well, that
Um,
generates with you. That I mean, that's what we're talking
right up
about.
my alley, right? If there was ever
Hello.
a year, you know, it's about time we had another Miss
Yes.
Hawaii become Miss
Yeah.
America.
Yes. The whole beauty pageant genre, if you will, or the beauty pageant world has
Yeah,
been evolving over the years, right?
yeah,
Um, and you won the best talent and fitness talent
yeah,
portion, and
yes.
almost unheard of that someone in the best talent won with a poem that you
Yeah,
wrote.
I'm the first woman to win Miss Hawaii with spoken word poetry. Yeah. And I felt so uncomfortable on that stage because I'm not a pageant girl. It was my second pageant. I had only done my first one a few months prior, and I felt so out of place. But the one place that I felt really myself and strong and confident in was my talent. I don't have maybe a traditional talent, music or dance or singing, but I love to journal, and that's been so much a part of my story and my journey. And so when it came time to choose a talent, I just felt like poetry was a natural choice.
Mhm.
And then to win that phase, just it meant the world to me because basically it's saying that you just need to be your most authentic version of yourself, and people are going to see that. Whatever that means for you, that's exactly what you have to pursue. And it was just so validating and encouraging. And I love to tell people that story because it encourages them to lean into what they think is maybe not the most ideal talent. I've had people actually say, "Don't do that. Can you sing? Can you practice something else? Like, don't do poetry." Not many
Ah.
people were backing it up because they didn't know. Like, it's so unusual,
Ah.
right?
Ah.
But that's where you got to trust your gut
Hmm.
because you know you better than anybody else does. And I knew that was just going to be the most authentic version that I could put out, and an opportunity to be vulnerable. Um, my Miss America talent. I'm going to do spoken word poetry again, and I'm planning to write about, or writing right now about vulnerability. And
Sweet.
I'm I'm really excited about it and kind of talking about that tension of how vulnerability gets written up as a very feminine thing, and therefore not very strong, and that strength leans more masculine than it does feminine, but really the strength is in vulnerability. The strength is opening the wounds and staying open,
Not a
like
weak.
holding
It's
that
not a
open.
weakness. It's not a
No,
weakness. Yeah,
no,
it is a strength that comes in.
yeah,
And our youth definitely need more positive, wholesome role
mm.
models. You and I were talking about Taylor Swift and the Swifty revolution, if you will, right? She
Oh
just
yeah.
got through with a sold out concerts right here in LA this past week. Uh,
And can I tell you, me and Lauren, I'm here with Miss Hawaii's team, Lauren Trader. We didn't have tickets, but we got dressed up in shiny cowboy boots and sparkly dresses and Ubered all the way to that venue, looking an hour into the show trying to get tickets, and they sold out.
oh,
And but we tried. We're not
uh-huh,
even that big of Taylor Swift fans, but
right?
the energy is infectious, and it's
Yes,
almost like a stadium full of women who just are supporting one another. It's like
yes.
Barbie World.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so we wanted in on Barbie Land, but we
It's a
didn't make it.
positive. It's a positive reaffirmation, and if we carry that, you know, positive reaffirmation uh, with aloha, with love, with authenticity, it's so powerful, and you are right there in the core of that for our generation of young folks in Hawaii. So beautiful. Um,
Mm.
there's Pat. Um, Pat and Stephen Espinola, myself, we spent time up in Japantown a couple of weeks ago with Aloha by the Bay. Hi, Pat. Nice to see you. She and her partner Grace, business partner Grace, are part of the Nihon Machi street fair that's been going on for like 40 years.
Oh,
Talk about a positive cultural force in the Bay Area and right there in Japantown. That's Pat and Grace, and She scoops up all the great folks around, and I was so blessed to be a part of that a couple of weekends ago.
Mm.
Good fun. Thanks for dropping in, Pat. Um, Here's Nate Jones. Nate Jones is the talent coordinator and production assistant for the Aloha Friday show. He says, Aloha Star, good to see a fellow private school grad on the show again. You know, Nate, just because he went to mid-pack, you know.
Mid-pack.
All the best in your journey to follow in the footsteps of Karen Sapp and Angela Baracchio. Yeah, really, really good. Um,
There are only 2 to become Miss America.
Yeah, maybe 3, huh? Let's all. I think I'll get 3. Huh?
Hey,
Yeah,
let's
hey.
get 3. Come on.
What do they call it? A hat trick, right? 3. Let's pull a hat trick on that. Yeah. Here is my cousin, Auntie Jerry Kuhia. She is the Laia Songbird. She lives here in Southern California. She was traveling to Maui, if I'm not mistaken, where she is. She has an amazing voice, and she entertains along with Ted Makalena, who was on earlier. How's it, cousin? Nice to hear from you. I hope your ohana is okay, and your travels are your huakai is a safe one, Auntie Jerry. Thank you so much. And yeah, so quite a few friends popping in over here. I hope I didn't miss some of your comments in Kalamai. If I did, but so nice. My goodness, our hour is up. Hey,
Shucks.
oh man, come on now. Yeah. But I know you have a busy afternoon. You're flying out this evening.
Yeah, as soon as we hang up, I'm gonna head to the airport. But it's been such an honor to be on this show. Thank you for spending time with me. Thank you for welcoming me here.
Absolutely. Here's Marty. Marty goes, Star, if you get hungry tomorrow, you're more than welcome to join us. Plenty food, bakery treats, jamming music. That's where the Lilikoi Mochi gonna be. So that's all right.
Yum.
Star gonna be gone, bro. We're gonna grind them all. Yeah.
Shucks.
Shucks. Goodness. And Abella saying, great interview. Mahalo.
Mahalo,
Sweet
Abella.
Star, mahalo pono, and hui ho. We see you until next time. Oh my goodness, what a fun time spending with you, Star. A wonderful opportunity for us to just talk story and make with great mo'olelo stories. We love the mo'olelos. All right, so Star's going to head back to the green room, get some sushi platter still left over there. We're going to spuck you later. All right, Star. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon. Aloha. There she goes. Hey, Kamaka Brown over here saying mahalo, ahui ho. We see you next time. Hey, don't forget, next Friday we have a legend. We have a legend here, a musical legend. He is a singer-songwriter. He is a premier composer, a descendant of Hawaiian royalty from the Beamer family. Keola Beamer is going to be on the Aloha Friday show. Oh my goodness, looking forward to that. Until next time, we say ahui ho, mahalo for dropping in. We love you guys. Be safe out there. Prayers, please. Pule ko kako for all of our ohana friends and for all the people of Maui, especially for those on the west side of Maui in the Lahaina area. Our love and our aloha goes out to them. Ahui ho, everybody. Ahui ho. We love you. Aloha no.